Hi, welcome back. Now what I have here is a processed lumber for upcoming commission work that I have to do for an awesome client, and these will be Valley square plates from walnut, 5 of these, one from cherry, this one here, lovely cherry. I have an extra cherry, extra walnut. This will be also for the same client, 7 or 9 sided plate as well, sort of inspired by Richard Raffan 4-way take. And in this video I'm going to turn this one from chestnut that I have extra lying around. Now you saw me probably yesterday, depends on when I publish this video, processing this lumber. It's a short video on all of my social media that I published, and just wanted to show you the offcuts here, what I do with the offcuts here. So I resaw everything here because there was roughly 1/2 inch or 12 mil extra thickness here, which I didn't want to turn into shaving, so I resaw everything on the bandsaw. Here you can see the chestnut that I resaw as well. Turns into lovely veneer when you set up the bandsaw. Quite nice. And let me in the video comments down below if you want to see the setup for the bandsaw that I use. And in the video I'll also shown how I cut this square blanks. This will be for the spilican sticks for the same client, and I still have extra here as well. So like I said, I don't throw these away. You can glue these together for a picture frame or a mirror frame or whatever you want to do. It's just too nice of a wood and too expensive of a wood to just turn it into shaving. So resaw it if you have the possibility, and then use it later as well with these bigger chunks. This can be lovely handles or boxes or whatever like that. These are cherry as well, offcuts. Here I play around with the oil, just wanted to see the color on this batch of cherry, and this is bigger blank of offcut of walnut. And like I said, in this video I'll be showing you the chestnut square valley plate, and please let me know in the comments below if you want to see a separate video when I get to work on these walnut plates and cherry as well. These are bigger than the chestnut, and I leave these for a few more days just to acclimate and warp if they want to warp, because I did remove a lot of chunk of one side of the board. So just let the wood do its thing, and it will be better stable, more stable than if we just start to process it immediately on the lathe after resawing. So without any further ado, let's clean up this, and we'll turn one lovely plate here. I've marked the center of the square and drill a 8mm hole for the screw chuck. We'll just thread that on. So we have the blank nicely on the screw chuck. First, as always, is just to chew up the bottom face here. And I know some will probably wonder, this is not woodworking related, it's more of a grass related. I was mowing the lawn the other day in the short sleeves, which you don't do, at least not here. So something bit me a few times, and gradually increase the speed. 11:50. I'll use a spindle gouge just to chew this up. And from this point we can use square and scraper just to dish this out a little bit. This is the bigger one, 25mm. Okay, you can see how this timber scrapes. That's actually pristine surface, really nice. Now just grab a ruler and see where we are in terms of plane. Okay, so just a little bit more dished out and then we can mark the foot. Get a little rest here, more to the left. So this is this kind of profile that I have on this particular scraper. Let me just focus. So you can see it's a little bit more angled to the right because I use this for deep hollow boxes, and you want to remove this so you don't have too much wood, especially when you extend way past the tool rest. You don't want too much of a tool in contact with the end grain. So now we can mark the tenon here, or the foot that we'll grab. And I'll use this square end scraper. Just to rough this out a little bit. And now ball gouge. I can increase the speed a little bit more. Everything is nice and steady. So ball gouge, and I want to create the foot here, 4 feet. Let's have it somewhere around here. That's just a rough mark. A little bit more. So that's this side done. I don't think it needs anything else to it. Yeah, that's pretty darn good surface. A little rich, not sure if you can see that, but I can take care of that with scraper just a little bit. And we have a few sort of bug holes, trenches, if you like. Just thinking here, if this divot is deep enough, I want to maybe one more pass. Portion is now done, but I always like to do something with this ridge, and also when you hollow this out you'll have more wood here, so it's a double purpose. And let's make small bead. I'm using 1/2" spindle gouge. Just rough it out first. Like so. There we go. So we have a nice cove here, maybe slightly deeper. Like so. Get it nicely into a corner. Finish off this end. I'm keeping the spindle gouge on the side and I'm rotating. on the bead to get it nice and cut cleanly. So that's done. Maybe a little scrape here. And just crisp up these details here a little bit so they are a little bit more distinguished, let's say, like so. There we go. And make this into a bead as well. So that's done. This portion is done all the way down to here. Shear scrape. So we have this bead here, another one, then a cove, a little bead here as well. And now with a refiner, I'm just going to blend this a little bit. And remove that mark that was that little ridge. So everything looks nicely cut. A little ridge down here and here as well, so we'll scrape that as well. For here I'm going to tilt it up on its side, so we are shear scraping. So that's quite good. Ball gouge, it has a little bit steeper bevel. Finish this. Okay, that feels good. Mill or half-inch spindle gouge. Make details here. Just trying to cut these nice and clean so we don't have much work when we sand this. Okay, so everything is nice and clean, ready for sanding. So I'll use the drill for this portion here, and then the rest will be done by hand. The sanding is done. Just want to make sure that this is lower than the feet here, and it is. So now we can flip this around and I'll grip by this one bead here. Now what I want to do is get a sort of a parallel line to the bottom here. And now not sure about this one here, but we can make an OG and we'll have nice profile all the way around. So that's the next task. And again, ball gouge, and I'll just rub this out first. Okay, it's getting there. So we are here at the corner, pretty much where we want. A little bit more, just a 1 or 2 mil deeper, but we can now start to get more to the center. Okay, better. A little bit more. Okay, we are really close to final proportion, dimension. So let's see how the shear scraper, the refiner, works here. So here where the wood is solid, I can go flat, and I'll increase the speed now. And here where we cut air and wood, I'll tip it up on the side. And I need a little bit more rest here for my left hand. Nice and gently. That felt like a really good scrape, and the surface looks quite good. I'm actually quite pleased with this. Again, this is everything nice and sandable. And now we can focus on this portion, refiner. Get nice into a corner, and the bowl will start roughly here. And this is all for the decoration here. So just before I start with the hollowing, I'll just set the profile here with the square and scraper, and now do with this whatever you want. I'll use 1/2 inch spindle gouge. Let's see, let's make the cove here first. Okay. So, narrow skew, just to get that flat spot. Like that. And now one more time, the spindle gouge, make the cove. Now you want to try to get this straight from the tool as best as you can, because sanding this, especially these kind of small details, if you sand too much you will just lose them and it will look like a smeared line. Not sure if that's the right definition, but now I have quite a bit of wood here on the side, too much height here. I should have reduced this a little bit more in terms of height, but I don't want to ruin this. This looks kind of right. So what I'll do, I maybe sacrifice this one bead, but what I'll do is make a little hole here like this. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Again, skew, and or actually I'll use a refiner. Just to have a little bit more definition here. And here. So that's really playful design here. Let's see the surface before I start to hollow. So everything here looks okay. This small bead looks okay. Cove especially looks okay. And this smaller bead here, everything is okay. So now I can start with the hollowing. And ball gouge. Find the bottom first. There it is. And this flat spot here, ideally I want the same as much as it's here on the other side of the bead. Use the ball gouge. One more pass. More. Stop here, use the scraper. Just to blend these. Okay, so that's ready for sanding. Let's see. Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, that turned out quite lovely, and now all that is left are these sharp edges here, so just go with the 320 or whatever your last grip was, just knock them off. So this is before the oil, and I'll just quickly apply the oil and you'll see the final result. So I just wiped off the excess oil, and here it is. So that's the finished valley tray or plate, square plate. So you can see the profile here, how it follows the bottom. The top follows the bottom, so it's a nice when it sits like this. Again, this bulk you want to leave here, and just want to make sure that when you place this on the table you don't see underneath here. So, and this is those details here that are very, very important to keep them nice and crisp and nice and clean when you cut them. And you can see a lot of these bug holes, trenches here, and it kind of gives a little character, let's say, with the oil inside. It goes a little bit darker. So that's, again, you can use it like this for keys, wallet, or you can flip it around and use it like this for whatever you want to put on the outside here. So just find these double purpose, but again, I really enjoy making these. And please, again, if you want to leave a comment, if you want to see the bigger versions from walnut and cherry also be made. A little bit different designs will be on the top here. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.